Church family, it's a privilege to be here with you in the first day of the year, and we do have a special movement going on. It's going to start today. We're going to be doing a 21 days of prayer and fasting. And I want to invite you to participate with us in this moment. This will be a good start for the year, but more than that, while we're going to study and pray together during these 21 days, you will understand that much more than a good start for the year, we do need this in the times we are right now. We do need to spend this time with God. We do need to spend this time to look for God, seek for God, so that we can receive from Him the direction we need. So, yes, I'm not talking only about our own lives. I'm talking also about the moment of the world's history that we are. What's going to happen now? We need to be together in prayer so that God can guide us through the times we are. So this is a very good opportunity that we all have to participate. But please feel free to participate as you wish. You can be with us during these 21 days, praying with us, but you can also be fasting with us if you want to. And if you want to fast, you can pick the way you're going to fast. And we have different ways of doing that. So I want you to please feel free to pick the way. If you're going to fast during these 21 days, what type of way are you going to do this? Please choose as you think it makes sense, it fits to your own personal life, okay? But since fasting is part of what we're going to do in these 21 days, I want to spend some time talking about fasting itself. I think sometimes we don't understand very well what that means. So I'm going to start talking about fasting. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk more about prayer itself. And during these 21 days, you're going to receive a video each day that can help you, that we will look to the Bible together to learn about prayer specifically. And I hope we will inspire you during your moments of prayer during the day. When we choose to do a prayer and fasting together, what we want to do is to get closer to God. So I want to right from the outset tell you that it's not about a bargain. Okay, fasting is not about a bargain. We are not exchanging nothing with God. It's not about I'll do a sacrifice and He will listen to me. I'll do a sacrifice and He will attend my prayers. I'll do a sacrifice and now, it's like you see how this is linked to the heathen mindset, the paganism mindset. I do a ritual. I give you something, He gives me something back. This is not what is going on with fasting in the Bible. It's not about any type of exchange. Also, it's not a ritual. Sometimes we think it's a ritual, but we don't understand very well what it really is. If we look into the Bible and what happens in the Bible in terms of fasting, you understand that usually first the fasting comes because suffering is already present. And what usually draws people to fasting is suffering, because they are in a high pain or something is a great sorrow in their life, and they look for God, which means they were looking for an answer, for a hope, for the Lord. It's when you are in a moment of your life that you need His help, and you go for Him. So usually suffering comes first. So usually when you see they are all using sackcloth and ashes over their heads, because they were already suffering because of something, and then they add fasting to that. And this makes a lot of sense, because when we are suffering, we are really suffering, we don't even want to eat, right? First thing we lose is the appetite. So this is something that, if you look to the story, for example, of David and the King David and his first son with Bathsheba, wasn't Solomon. The first one, he lost. Unfortunately, he died. But when he noticed that the boy would not leave, he was praying and asking God for, please save the life of this child. But God said, I can't because of your sin. And what happened is that David automatically, naturally entered in a fast process because he was really depressed for what was going on. So it's like getting the suffering, getting the moment that we are, and adding to that a compound of spirituality. Like, I'm suffering right now. I'm in the middle of something, and I need God to intervene. So it's an act of seeking God, not bargaining. It's not exchanging anything. It's not, look, I need so much something. I need so much this for myself. I need this blessing, this miracle, whatever, for myself. I need to have a good life this year or something like this. And I will fast so that God can grant me what I need. No, it's not about this. It's about, look to the year of 2021. Look to the year of 2020. Where are we going? We need God on 2022 because I have no idea what's going to come next. But I know one thing. I know who has the answers. I know who cares about me. I know who cares about us. And I'm going to seek to hear his voice. And I'm going to do this in such a way that food is not really important anymore, or anything else that is on the way, or anything else that you want to put in this fasting process, in this fast moment that we are. You understand this? So usually what fasting is a natural effect of a believer who is in suffering, in pain, or a decided seeking of God, a decision to seek God because we want him near, because we want him to give us wisdom, because we want him to give direction. So either way, or because I'm suffering and I'm looking for him as a hope, and I'm looking for him because I know that he is the answer, or if I'm looking for answers, or I'm looking to be close to him, then I'm going to fast. But the idea is not I'm going to fast because I'm going to stop to doing something, or and because of that God is now going to pay attention to me. No, it's I'm going to take something away of me and God. I don't want this in the way. So when people stop to eat during fasting, the real fasting, they will do this because they want to spend that time with God, or because they lost the appetite because of the pain they are right now. Either way, they're looking naturally to God. It's not a ritual. Okay? So this must be real clear for us. It's not a ritual. We are doing this to seek God. Because what usually happens when we don't have this biblical understanding is that we pick something to take out of our lives, and this is kind of a sacrifice to us, and we think that's enough. But this is not the point. The point is to seek God. The point is to find him. The point is to spend the time that we would be spending on that now on what really matters. You know? So fasting, it's a natural thing of a heart that wants so badly to be close to God. And now that you understand this, I can read you Isaiah 58. It's a very, very known chapter of the Bible, but I want to read. I'm not going to read everything to you. I wish I could have time, but this video is going to be long, and I don't want you to think that every video is going to be long. This is the longest one, okay? The other one's going to be real quick, but this is the longest one because I need to address this before we start to do fasting. So on chapter 58 of the Isaiah, in the verse 6, it says, "Is this not the fast that I have chosen?" And it's interesting that if you read the verse 1 until the verse 6, 1 to 5, you will notice that God is saying, it's funny because you say that you want to follow me, that you seek me, that you want to know my ways, but you keep doing what is exactly against me. You keep abandoning me, forsaking my ordinances, and you keep saying, "No, I like to go to the church, right? I like to do the rituals. I like to be in the church to sing, to be in the choir, to preach, to whatever. I like the church thing, but I don't like the God of the church. And then he talks about the greatest sacrifice that someone uh, can do in the process of a ritual, in religious ritual, that is fasting, right? And he addresses like this, and he says, "Is this not the fast that I have chosen?" So it's not about what I chose. It's not about what you chose. It's not about what preachers all over the internet are saying to you. It's not about that. It's about what God chose to be a fasting. So he chose one. He said, this is the best way for you to call my attention. And if you want to find me, look where you can find me. Take a look. Is this the fast that I have chosen? Is this not the fast that I have been chosen? To loose the bonds of the weakness, to undo the heavy burdens, to let the oppressed go free, and that you break every yoke? Is it not to share your bread with the hungry, and that you bring to your house the poor who are cast out? When you see the naked, that you cover him, and not hide yourself from your own flesh? Then your light shall break forth like the morning, your healing shall spring forth speedily, and your righteousness shall go before you. The glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard. Then you shall call, and the Lord will answer. You shall cry, and he will say, here I am. The reason why I'm reading this, because this is what God chose to be his fasting. And if you want to decide what you're going to do during these 21 days of prayer and fasting, I don't want to give you any, I don't want to influence you to pick anything. I just want to let you know what God said here in Isaiah 58 so that you can choose. You want to find God? Well, he's in the same place he was when Jesus came to this earth. He was looking for the sinners. He was looking for the poor. He was looking to help to break the yoke. He was looking to relieve the burden. He was looking to break the bonds of wickedness. So you can choose whatever you want. You can, please drink water, but you can choose whatever you want. You can choose, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Every day I'm going to change something. I don't know what you're going to do, but whatever you are doing, this must be something that will bring you close to God, or because you were avoiding something, or because you were doing something that is putting you close to him, placing you close to him, like helping people, like reaching out. When you do that, you are getting close to him. And when you do this, when you pick whatever fasting you want to do, why don't you go for a different approach that we usually see on the religions and Christianity in general? Why don't think in ways to help someone during these 21 days? Why don't you take part of your daily income so that you can help someone in the end? Why don't you, instead of just not eating something, you get that separated so that you can donate that or give away to someone who is in need? I don't know what it is, but I want you to do the real fasting. I want you to really be looking to be close to Jesus during these 21 days. And I will always close with this song, with this special moment, so that you can spend your time praying, you and him alone, praying and starting this day of prayer from these 21 days. God bless you during these 21 days, and that he may bring us close together while we are coming close to him.